we're gonna clean this area up, and stuff is just, as we clean, it comes out the ground. It's like a treasure trove of junk. What we're gonna do is we're going to bring in the heavy equipment eventually, and we're gonna clean this out ourselves, sift through it, get the trash and debris out, bring in some good soil, and then plant seed, start our paddocks, and get our animals moving the way we want them to. Them trees gotta go. We'll just show you guys how far this goes back, but you can look here. I want to show these guys here. You can see there's broken glass here, and we try to pick up everything as much as possible. But our initial goal was to get someone in to come and do this. Again, it was one of those things where the person never showed back up, so we'll do it ourselves now. What we're going to be doing today is actually cutting down a few trees that are in the way so we can prepare the area for our goat paddocks. This year has been kind of a hectic year for us. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I kind of, after my brother died last year, I kind of stepped back. I want to say I kind of went back into my shell. As you guys all know, I always say I'm an introvert, but his death really played a significant role on why we wasn't putting out any videos. I just wasn't feeling it. I just didn't want to. It just wasn't there, so I didn't want to force anything out or put out any video just to be putting out any video. So I decided to take a step back. Now I'm feeling a little bit better about myself and where we at in life, and try to work through that bereavement process. So today, as I was mentioning, guys, I'm going to be cutting down a few trees. We have cut down a significant amount of trees. Just to show you guys, every time I cut down a tree, my heart sinks into my stomach. But these 4 right here are something else. They are a different beast, and of course now the wind wants to pick up. Now we didn't have any wind like the last 20 minutes, but now the wind wants to pick up when I want to come out here and video and cut down these trees. But you can see the curve on that tree. Yeah, so I'm gonna be cutting down these 3. I'm like, if God let me, I'm gonna cut down these 3. That one right there is leaning towards our building that we want to keep. We actually have the wood for that, so I'm not gonna mess with that one, not without some help. Listen, I know, guys, we're gonna receive some comments about cutting down these trees. It never fails. We probably have some people picketing outside of our yard talking about the whispering pines. You know who you are, Tim. Here's the thing. I'm gonna show you guys this tree. I just cut this one down earlier this week. If you can see that, it's laying down. And this is what we're running into right here. It's a beautiful tree from the outside, but let me show you the inside. As you can see, the rodents have really cleared this tree out, and the inside is really hollow, and it's rotting out from the inside, which is causing these trees to fall. We have been running into this problem quite a bit here on our property. We have lost maybe 4 or 5 trees since we've been here, just from the wind blowing. We're only going to cut down the ones that are going to prohibit us from getting to our end goal, and of course the ones that are unsafe. So I'm going to get into this tree. We're going to cut this sucker down and hopefully not hurt ourselves in the process, but we will see. All right, so guys, here's where it gets really scary for me. I'm just gonna say a quick prayer. Jesus, let us make it through this. In your name I pray, amen. Oh boy, this one's scary. Whew. Oh, Jesus, take the wheel. Oh! Woo! Woo! All right, One down. 3 to go. All right, we can do it. Y'all can't see her, but I can see Mrs. Madison. She was peeping through the corn crib to make sure I was okay. Look at that bad boy. All right, there's 2 more to go, guys. 2 more to go. Don't want to get too confident, but I am feeling good. I am feeling good. All right, so here's the thing. This is where I get nervous and I start psyching myself out and talking myself out cutting down another tree. But I got to push through this because we got to get this done. We got to get this paddock up because Mrs. Madison is going to kill me if I don't. And I'm afraid of her. Not going to lie. She's small, but she's like a little gremlin. You can't really catch her when she gets angry. So I don't want her mad at me. So I'm going to push through. I'm going to cut this other one down. And then after that, God, please let me get this other tree down safely. Please, Lord Jesus, let me get this other tree down safely. Whew. All right, let's do it, guys. So I want this tree to fall this direction right here. So I'm gonna cut my V this way. Hopefully it falls that way. Please, Lord Jesus, let this tree fall this way. Let me get you guys out of the way, because that's another thing. If I leave you guys here, listen, if I leave you guys here and that tree fall on you, whoo-hoo. Whoa. You talking about somebody gonna be mad at me? We only can move forward. This third one, I might have to wait. I got too much butt puckering going on. Please. All right. We're going back in. I'm so nervous. You guys don't know. I just don't feel like it is. I'm gonna stand sideways because I don't want to turn my back on this thing. I got 3 wedges on it, and it got maybe 1.5 or 2 inches of a hinge, and this thing still is not falling. I don't know what the deal is. I can't really cut very much more, and I don't want to hurt myself, so I'm not for certain. Here, coming. Called it. Jeez. My smother mother. I'm all right. Did I call that a what? I knew it wanted to fall this way. Oh, thank God it missed the building though. Thank God it missed the building. Oh, thank God it missed the building. Oh, thank God it missed the building. So, guys, we have been up to, I don't want to say a lot, but in the grand scheme of things, it's a lot to us because one thing I have learned as a farmer or a homesteader and you in a rural portion of a state or a town, it's hard to get people to come out and want to do work. So you have to be a jack of many trades. You need to be a plumber, you need to be a carpenter, you need to be a general contractor, you need to be a tree trimmer or tree remover. Yeah, you have to be a jack of many trades. Now, we're not equipped to do half the stuff that we're trying to do in this farm. Unfortunately, we have some really amazing neighbors who have came to our aid in several circumstances, from when we bought the quack house, removing the quack house off the trailer, cutting down these trees. Gary has came several times and bailed us out on cutting down trees. And as you guys know, we have a small Kubota. We named it Kubota Fred. And there was a hill here at one time. And Kubota Fred did his best in working that hill to the point that it wasn't achievable for us. So we called Gary in to level out that hill so I can be able to work the trash. If you haven't seen that video about the one-man trash, I'll drop a link up top there for you guys can see that. But he went a step above. He went multiple steps above, actually. We just wanted him to knock that hill down so we can work that hill. Not only did he knock that hill down, he started to grade the area for us. He started to, he cleared a lot of mulberry bushes. Again, he came and helped cut up some trees, and then he helped load the trees into a pile. And from there, he also set the pile of fire and monitor that fire while we was, as you guys know, we have full-time jobs. And he monitored that fire to make sure nothing got caught on fire. Yeah, so big thanks to Gary. We could not do half the things that we're trying to do on this property without him. People like him, and as well as our other neighbor, Tim. They do an amazing job of motivating us, and then as well as coming to our aid when we have done something above our YouTube knowledge. So yeah, so thank you very much, Gary and Tim, for your help. It has been a crazy year for us. I know I said that at the beginning of the video. I mentioned that last year my brother passed away, and actually September 14th will be his year anniversary of him passing. And it was difficult for me. It was really difficult for me, and I created a short video letting you guys know I was coming back, that we was coming back, to hold me accountable to get out here and do videos, because I kind of had sinked back into my shell and wasn't as social, and I was going through fighting some demons with his passing. For those who don't know, my brother and I are a year and a half apart. I have two brothers and two sisters. And with us, me and him being so close in age, we pretty much grew up together. Matter of fact, I tell people all the time, my brother Stanley was more of a father figure to me than my father. No offense to him, but Stanley taught me how to play basketball. He was a protector, and he really, family was one of his key elements. He thrived to do and make sure that his family was taken care of. In 2021, our father passed away, and I chose to opt out of going to his funeral. And me and Stanley kind of had a disagreement of me not coming to the funeral, and we hadn't talked in a year. And I'm trying to get through this without crying or anything like that. But 2 months before he passed, God had told me to give my brother a call, and life happened. I was outside working on something, and I had told myself I was going to give him a call, but somehow I talked myself out of calling him. And fast forward 2 months after that conversation with God, he passed away, and I never got to hear my brother's voice again. I just want to tell you guys, I know this is a cliche and people say it all the time, but life is so short. You never know when God's going to come calling you to come home. And don't take those moments for granted. And I really took that moment for granted. I was pig-headed, I was stuck in my ways, and I didn't reach out. And I'm going to regret that for the rest of my life. Just to give you a glimpse of how amazing my brother was. We are paternal brothers, so me and him have different mothers. And there was one time when my father came and picked me up, and when he came and picked me up, it was like a treat because he didn't come very often. So he came and picked me up and said, I'm taking you over to spend some time with your brother. But what he didn't fail to tell me, that he was taking me over to his house to do yard work or yard chores. So he dropped me off over at his place, and he proceeded to leave and left us there to cut the grass, rake up all the leaves and whatnot. And that really put me some way in my feelings. And I remember going into one of his vehicles and just laying there crying, and Stanley found me, and he tried to console me, but I tried to verbally hurt him to make him feel like I was feeling. So I think I called him my half brother. And knowing how family oriented Stanley is, you guys would understand how that would hurt him. And this is what he said to me. I would say I was 12 and he was 13, or maybe he was 14 and I was 13. I can't tell you the exact age, but I know I wasn't in high school. And he said to me that we don't do anything halfway in our family. You're my brother, you're not my half brother. And if I had all the money in the world, one thing I would do is buy a house big enough that both of our families could live in it and live happily ever after. And as an adult, hearing a kid say that now, you gotta say, man, if adults thought that way, especially when it comes to the kids, we'll be light years ahead when it comes to the family dynamic. Every day I miss my brother. I do. And it tears me up that I didn't take that 5 minutes just to call him that day and tell him I love him. Yeah, so I'm gonna leave it right there, guys. More videos to come. We'll catch you on the next one. As always, tell a million friends or two. Peace.